name, height, and weight, bud?
My name is Nick David Cate. I'm 5'10", and I stepped on stage on 9/11, the Powerhouse Classic at 196.6 pounds, Class B. Took second in that class. Conditioning yesterday was bar none the best I have ever brought. Basically for this prep, what I brought was a carb cycle setup, which we incorporated a nice load of carbohydrates to keep me filled and dry at the same time, stimulating my metabolic rate while feeding my body. And I held my muscles so well throughout this entire prep over the last 4 months. And I was really proud of this one, for real. And you'll see it in the video clips. Today we tapped a little bit of full body. We started with a little chest, moved into some back, and then we went over to arms and shoulders. Just did 1 and 2 movements, 2 sets apiece, just to get some blood flowing. Day after the show, not trying to go crazy into it. But got some blood flowing, put some carbs to use, a lot of potential energy stored in the muscles today. Got sweaty, which was a good time. Yeah.
So go ahead and tell us a little about how the show went, man, and everything, and how you did, and what. So you're prepping yourself for this, right?
So I have a personal friend that definitely helps. I have to have eyes on, at least somebody to tap on. So shout out to Joe Mazanowski. That's my boy. That guy helped me through some heavy days, and I got nothing but love for him all the way around. And so yesterday, the turnout was a little bit smaller than I expected. I don't know. I put a lot into this prep. The conditioning was bar none. You'll see the pictures, and we're all going to be happy with it. I mean, I'm happy with it. I know I am. The numbers we decided on over the last 3-ish years, we've kind of dialed those specific macros down and implemented a full-on plan this year, and it really, really came to fruition. And game plan would be to probably buckle down. I'm a one and doneer. Like, I do 1 show a year. I run Powerhouse Shelby and the PT department, so I spend a lot of time in gyms, and I like to find a balance in that. And I don't know if you guys listen to Bodybuilding Bullocks, but they have this crazy debate about balance and like balancing life in bodybuilding. And I think I have the perfect balance, and I'm so happy with it. I'm grateful for it. For all my clients that come and see me on a regular basis, that are there to support me, that came to the show yesterday. That's even one of them even sponsored me for this show. And I got nothing but love for all of you guys. I wouldn't be me without you. I'm going to continue to support you guys and support myself and motivate you and motivate myself to keep going, even though the turnout yesterday wasn't exactly what we wanted. We all know that Physique was bar none the best that we've seen. So, yeah.
Go ahead and just tell us a little bit about your background, bud, how you got into the fitness industry and bodybuilding and stuff, and then if you want to get into it a little bit about your background being and being a Marine and stuff.
All right. I'll give you the rough breakdown. When I was 8 years old, my dad was a Cat 3 professional cyclist. So he's a road biker. He rode bikes. And I grew up in Texas. And in Texas, everybody rides bikes. It's a thing there. All like the people as a hobby, they ride road bikes. So there's nothing but land. So at 8 years old, I'm riding bikes, all right, because I want to be cool like my dad. Long story short, let's not get into that too much, but I found part of me that was, I don't know, it's unique, I guess, in its own sense. More of like a hole that I didn't really understand mentally, like on a bike. I could push my mind past limits that I just didn't know that was not normal for people to push past. Then I joined the Marine Corps when I was 18. At this point, I was already lifting weights pretty heavily. My parents divorced when I was 16. That's really what drove the weightlifting. And then I got into like helping my friends because I'm a personable person and I love people and I love weightlifting. So why would you not help people with it? So that's what I started doing when I was 17. Joined the Marine Corps, learned something up here, tapped in, broke through, started grinding harder, came back, decided it was time to get on stage because it's something I've always wanted to do. I look at these guys like, why can't I look like Ronnie Coleman one day, you know? Like, but I'm the kind of guy, I know when you take a bite, you got to be able to manage that bite. If you take too big of a bite, you know, you can overwhelm yourself. So You got step by step. And hence my one show a year mindset that I've played off of during the Marine Corps, because I found that I had to have balance for it. So one show a year, dial it down, 100% grind, and then we fill back up and run it again, right? And we've done that over the last 7 years, and this is the result you get at 8. And so I think my game plan now is to take it to the next level, because I think I'm personally ready for it. I think I don't have much more to look back on, to learn from. I've learned a lot over the last 8 years, and this show right here showed me that, like, I don't know if this is the place to be competing, and maybe it's time to just move to the next level, man. I mean, I personally think I've got the mindset and the heart for it. So, and I'm grateful because I've got the support system with all of my clients, all of you guys. Without you, I am not me. Know that. I'm grateful. So.
That's awesome, man. No, I've worked with a lot of pros, and you're at the top of your weight class. You can't add any more size. Your conditioning's good, then, you know, that's really, there's nowhere to go from here. So you got good shape and everything. And I think that's smart, man, doing the one show a year thing, not going on to like these guys do 9 shows and stuff. It's just not, no, it's just.
Now, when the time's right, you know, we're going to pump it up, you know. I'm a bider of time. I'm a patient guy. I'm like diamond hands in the stock market. I don't mind holding, all right? Because I personally find value in holding on to things, right? So if I overvalue my stock and leverage myself at shows multiple times a year, I'm not going to give myself enough ample time to recover. Every prep I've done over the last 7 years, I've grown from. You could go back and look at every stage photo on my Instagram. They're only getting better.
So how much weight have you put on since, like,
my first stage shot? 160. I got on stage yesterday at 196, so 36 pounds of muscle over 7 years. In an honest, clean way. Like, not, cut that out, but
how old are you?
26. So if I do 2 more years of this at this rate, there's nobody in the States. I'm gonna go to the next level. So it's like, that's the game plan. I think losing yesterday, like, it was the most humbling loss I think I had. Not the lot, because like I said to you on the floor, everybody hyped this up a lot, and I'm a feel person. I can feel the vibe. When all the vibe is everyone's talking about it, everyone's hyping it up. It's just like the stock market, man. That's when it's time to get out. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I had a feeling. I was like, there's too much momentum going into this. I'm like, something's gonna happen, and these people. And I think that honestly is what hurts me the most. And that's something I've learned from this. Is like I over leveraged my personal feelings on what other people think about my placing here. When in reality, it's about how I looked in these videos, right? Yeah. So thank you for that.
But that's all you have to want, man.
That's exactly. But
these aren't people who aren't in the industry.
Right.
Asking people who know them.
Yeah, right. And on top of that, it is people that just generally have watched me grind around other people at my gyms, you know, for years now. And, you know, there's one guy, he, at my gym, his name's John. He really touched me about a week ago. He pulled me to the side and he said that he had this dream that he was sitting on a bench next to me, and God whispered in his ear and told him to tell me that he was grateful that he had me in his life, and that he had driven so much motivation from me and just my efforts and what I do every day. These people see it, because it's like this gym, there are regulars who come here and they all know each other. My gym is the same way and has been for the last 10, 15 years. And so these people have watched me grow up, and they tell me this stuff, and it touches me on another level. So it's bigger than just the stage placing, but you know, at the end of the day, I love this, and I love that I can feel that emotion from other people and then apply that to my own personal life and become better from that as well. And that's why I only see me going upwards from here. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's nothing that is honestly negative about what I do here. The worst thing that happened is that I didn't get what I wanted, but that's life. And most of the time you don't get what you want. And you just move forward and keep pushing until you find something else that you want and go for that. Or continue pushing on this, and that's what I'm gonna do, man. Now I'm gonna go eat some brisket. And mac and cheese.
That's awesome. Well, you earned it.
Thanks, man.
Good luck, man.
I appreciate your time.
We will follow.